All right, what's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to go over what I do to my John Deere lawnmower to winterize it or get it ready to put away for storage for the winter. So that way when I jump on it in the spring, it should fire right up. Some of the things you're going to need to get this ready to put away for storage, at least the way I'm going to do it. I got some stable fogging oil and I got some True Fuel non-ethanol gas. I'll put some of this stuff down in the description also. You can order this on Amazon. You can also buy this in a 2-cycle for your chainsaws. Like if you have a chainsaw and you don't use it a lot, you can buy the same fuel and put it in your chainsaw, and you don't got to worry about having trouble starting your chainsaw up when you use it. Just make sure you buy the 4-cycle for your lawnmower and the 2-cycle for your chainsaw. And they have different mixes. The 2-cycle comes already pre-mixed for your chainsaw. I'm also going to use a couple different sockets. One for my spark plug and one to take off my battery. All right, first, before you dump this in, your lawnmower needs to be completely empty of fuel. Either you're going to have to siphon the fuel out and put it back into your fuel container that you have, or you're just going to have to run your mower till it runs out of fuel. My tank is already completely empty. So you're just going to take this fuel. You don't need to dump the whole thing in unless you really want to. It ain't going to hurt to dump the whole thing in, but I'm just going to dump maybe just about 1/4 or 1/3 of this container. Let me get a funnel. That's probably enough. All right, that's it there. Now I'm going to open my hood up. Get to where your air filter's at. Take off your air filter. Make sure you're either doing this outside or you got your garage door open. All right, with that True Fuel gas in there, I'm going to start this engine up. We're not going to run it that long without the filter on, but I got to take the filter off because I'm going to take this stable and I'm going to spray some squirts into where the air filter is so it'll lubricate that engine a little bit. That's it, just like that. You hear it, just spray it till you hear your engine start to die off and let off. Spray, then let off. Just do that a few times. That's it. Put the filter back on. And put your cover back on. That's it for that part. Now we're going to remove the spark plug. Be careful because your muffler or exhaust could be hot. Pull the wire out. You might want to have gloves on because it's definitely hot. And take your, on my John Deere 110, it takes a 5/8 inch socket. And I have a spark plug socket. That means there's rubber down in the inside. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Your spark plug should probably not be on there too very tight. So I guess I'm saying that so when you do put it back on, don't put it on real tight. See, it's pretty loose. You don't want to break something. Take your spark plug completely out. Just set that aside. Now, we're going to take that fogging oil, open the straw up, and I'm going to spray a couple squirts inside where that spark plug goes. That's it, just 2 or 3 squirts in there. All right, now I'm going to just turn my key on. Make sure you have your brake pedal compressed. My brake's on and I have the parking brake on. And I'm just going to turn the engine over just a little bit, just so the cylinder moves up and down a couple times to get it lubricated. That's it. And that'll keep my cylinder in there from starting to rust up over the winter. Take your spark plug, put your spark plug back in. Like I said, be careful you don't burn your hands. All right, I am going to use my torque wrench. The torque setting for the John Deere 110 is 15 foot-pounds of torque. Really light. You can plug that back in if you want. All right, the next thing I'm going to do to get this ready to put away for winter or to put away for storage is to just unhook my battery. So I'm going to unhook the negative and the positive. I'm going to unhook the negative one first, then unhook the positive. I like to take the little bolt and the nut, put that back on there so I don't lose it over the winter. Push that wire aside so it doesn't touch the battery while you're unhooking the positive. You might need a set of pliers also to put on there. Put the nut back on, and push that aside, and pull your battery out. All right, then I like to take my charger and hook it up to this charger, and I make sure my battery is completely full, 100% full, before I put it away for storage. All right, once I know this is 100% charged, I'll unhook it, and I'll just stick it on one of my shelves here in my garage. My garage never gets below freezing. If you can put this somewhere, your battery, somewhere that it's not going to ever get below freezing, I would store it maybe in your garage if your garage doesn't get below freezing, or maybe you could store it in your basement. But they always recommend not to store these batteries on the concrete floor. So keep it up off the floor, either on a shelf or up on a 2x6 or something to keep it off the floor. But I like to put it away 100% fully charged, or you could put it on a trickle charger. I'll put a trickle charger down in the description if you want. Another good habit to do is to change your oil and lubricate all the parts on this before you put it away for storage. I'm not going to show you that in this video because I have other videos on that. I would recommend taking your deck off and cleaning out your deck real good too. Make sure you don't have any grass clumped up under that deck. You don't want to leave this sit all winter with a bunch of grass clumped up under this deck. So I recommend either taking your deck off or lifting your deck up real high, and you could put this up on some ramps and scraping all that out. I'll put a couple other videos here at the end that I think would be good to go over before you put this thing away for storage. I think that's about it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hit that subscribe button to help support my channel. Please leave me a comment down below and give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much. God bless, and have a great winter.